Welcome to the IT Career Energizer podcast. For anyone who wants to build and grow a career in IT, develop and improve your strengths and skills, be inspired and motivated by the successes of others, manage your career progression, and achieve your IT career goals. And now, your host, Phil Burgess.
Welcome to episode 237 of the IT Career Energizer podcast. My guest on today's show started his career at Pricewaterhouse Coopers in Canada, where he learned the basics of IT consulting. He now works for DXC Technology, where he is an IT consultant helping HR departments to better understand how to make employees' lives easier through the use of technology. So welcome to the IT Career Energizer podcast, Mahdi Kafi.
Thank you, Phil. I'm happy to be here.
So Mahdi, can you tell us a little bit about your current role and what that entails?
Yeah, for sure. I'm an IT consultant at DXC Technology here in Canada, based in Canada. Basically, I'm an IT consultant working with ERP systems such as Workday. So we help clients streamline their HR processes using technology. So that's basically what I do.
And obviously, the reason we got in contact with each other was about what else you do. So could you perhaps give us some insight into that?
One thing you have to know about me was that I struggled a lot before breaking into the IT industry, so mostly in university and early in my career. And so I struggled in interviews and CV and all of the other stuff. When I figured all the strategies, I just decided to share them on my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel called Primal Career.
Great. Okay, we'll revisit that at the end so people will be able to find out where you are and so forth. So yeah. Great. So Mahdi, can you perhaps share with us a career tip, one that the audience may not know and perhaps should?
The biggest career tip I could give was allow yourself to not follow your initial plan. So, for example, we all have a plan in mind when we start a job. For example, I'm going to stay at this company for 5 years, get promoted, and then start at this big firm and everything else. But my tip here is to have a plan, yes, but keep your mind open along the way, because if not, you risk of missing something greater that comes your way along your journey. So I'll give an example with my own story. When I first started in my first job in IT, I just pictured myself staying at this company forever because I just liked it. But after less than 2 years, I was offered an opportunity where I could lead a whole practice with all the knowledge I have learned. And so if I haven't kept my open mind, I would have never met the people who referred me to this new job in the first place.
Yeah, I think you're right about keeping your mind open. Career paths are never linear, and you will end up doing things you had no reason to believe you'd even be involved in. So, yes, I think you're right there.
It's true. Yeah.
Mahdi, can you share with us your worst IT career moment and what you learned from that experience?
I like the word worst because it makes it sound like I have to tell a big tragedy. But simply, I just had times in my last job where I basically had, let's say, nothing to do because it was slow because of a lack of clients and projects. And so I learned that it is important during these times to keep on investing on yourself. So instead of just waiting for the experience to come to you, just go get the experience yourself. So I lost some time during these periods wondering if I was really where I needed to be. You know, when you have too much free time, you start questioning everything. But when reflecting back, I should have taken this time to hone my craft and learn new skills at work.
Right. Is that something you now do where you have spare time that becomes available to you?
Yeah, 100%. So now either I'm working with clients or I'm learning a new skill.
Right. Okay. And can you share with us your IT career highlight to date?
I think for now, my career highlight is this new job at DXC that I just got through a friend of mine that I met during an industry training. So I feel just lucky to be part of a growing company because it's just easier to see your impact your actions are having. And so being part of this growth, training employees, having an impact is simply a great thing that happened in my career.
All right, good. And what excites you about the future of a career in the IT industry?
I love this question. Two things, the change in education and in work conditions. So more and more companies, especially in tech, are dropping the college degree requirement. And it's just interesting because more and more studies are made proving that grades and degrees are poor indicators of an employee's future success. And so what matters most is how good are you at your craft. And in the same note, more and more platforms are being created where you can learn those skills. So I'm thinking of Skillshare, Udemy, and many other sites. So what excites me most is that more and more people can have access to great careers because the learning process is much easier to have now.
It definitely is. So there's certainly more resources out there than ever before, and the ability to actually learn a new skill is so much easier. So yeah, I totally agree with you there. In terms of technology and the sort of the direction of innovation, is there anything that particularly interests you?
To be honest, the power of learning a coding language, so the power that comes with it, so all the solutions that you can build or all the ideas that you can try by yourself before giving it to the world. So I think that's the most interesting thing for me.
We're going to go into the reveal round now. We're going to find out a little bit more about you and the way you think. Are you ready for this?
Yeah, for sure.
So what first attracted you to a career in IT?
It's an industry that changes a lot versus other ones. I'm the type of person who hates routine. And so I wanted a job where I won't be stuck doing the same thing over and over again. And that's why I chose consulting, but more importantly in IT, because of all the perks that came with it. So one, I could work with technology and keep on learning in this field, but we also have great flexibility, work from home, access to IT industry event where I can meet new people, and many other perks that were valuable to me.
Yeah. Are you a particular sort of advocate of going to meetups and conferences and so forth?
Before, no, because I didn't have a clear objective, and I was just going just for the sake of meeting people. But now it's easier for me because I just want to meet people to become friends with them and just learn from them. So it's just easier to go to events now.
Right. Was there a particular reason or sort of turning point that made you start to go to these events?
I still go to these events, but all the opportunities that can come from meeting new people. For example, the guy that referred me to my current job right now, I just met him in an industry training, so randomly. So I didn't know him, and just because I fostered the relationship, a year later, he was able to refer me to this new job.
So it's the power of having an effective network. So those sort of events are great to meet new people and just find out more about other things that people are doing and what different companies may be looking at.
Exactly.
What is the best career advice you've ever received?
Okay, so the best career advice I received maybe a year ago. So you probably won't like your first job out of university because it'll be entry level and because you'll probably given boring and easy tasks. So to keep on leveling up, focus on your craft and become so good your company won't have a choice than promoting you and giving you awesome projects.
Yeah. Is that something you've experienced yourself?
Yes, because when I started my first job, I was just like, that's boring, that's too easy, I'm not challenged enough. But I didn't realize that it was normal and that I had to be patient and just focus on getting good at what I do. But now I understood, yeah.
And what is the worst career advice you've ever received?
That's interesting because there's a huge debate online on that. So the worst career advice I ever got was quit your job and just follow your passion. So last year I read "So Good They Can't Ignore You" by Cal Newport, a book that should be read by like everyone, I think. And he basically explains that most people following their passion end up nowhere in life because your passion is not out there waiting for you to find it. And many passions don't translate into careers. And I think about like passion for sports or passion for art. And so true passion comes from being good at something. And so you become passionate about something only when you enjoy doing it. And the problem is enjoying what you do takes time. So all you have to do is be patient and just keep working.
Yes, that's a very good way of looking at it, definitely. If you were to begin your IT career again in today's world, what would you do?
learn to code earlier. Sometimes you just have so many ideas and so many simple solutions that you can try in your work schedule, but I just lack the skills for now to create or test these ideas. So I just missed out on a lot of opportunities, I think. And also, just reading the news, I think those jobs, the coding jobs and everything, will be very valuable in the future.
And what career objectives are you currently focusing on?
So, like I said, I'm an IT consultant now, and I work with mostly Fortune 500 companies. But my one objective I would have in the future would be work with clients in the nonprofit or green industry, because I just think while having a salary, I would just prefer also having an impact in the world. So it just feels more comfortable on a day-to-day basis.
And what's the number one non-technical skill that has helped you in your career so far?
That's a great question, because I think a lot of people in the IT industry don't focus too much on non-technical skills. And it would be my communication and listening skills. So ever since I started learning about, for example, negotiation, how to form ideas in a compelling way, or just how to listen actively to someone, I just saw an improvement in my day-to-day relationships, whether like at home or at work. And it's just easier to get understood, but easier for people to open up about important issues. And I think those are great elements if you want to have a great career and a good work environment.
And what do you do to keep your own career energized?
Every year, well, I started like a year and a half ago, so it's still new for me. But every year I try to challenge myself to learn one new skill. So these skills help me in my career in IT, but also in my other projects as well. And for example, I talked about how I would have liked to learn to code earlier in my career. This year, I gave myself a challenge to learn how to code in Python.
And how's that gone?
I just started.
Oh, so you mean for this year?
Well, this year is to code. Last year was public speaking.
Right.
But for this year, I'm using, for everyone listening, I'm using a platform called Brilliant. And it's awesome if you want to learn difficult subjects such as coding and computer science and everything.
And what do you do in your spare time away from technology?
So like I said in the intro, I teach other people, mostly people with less than 5 years of experience, let's say, land jobs they truly like, whether it's in IT or other industries. Because like I said, I just struggled a lot, and I just felt that I should share those strategies that I use to succeed. So that's what I do on my YouTube channel called Primal Career.
Mahdi, can you share a parting piece of career advice with the IT Career Energizer audience?
Yeah, for sure. The best advice I can give in terms of your career goals and dream achievements is to stop hoping for things to happen and ask yourself, what if? So that's the first question you should ask yourself. What if you get that job in IT? What if you started working at this company? When you start with that question, your brain will automatically start thinking about possibilities and path. And so it's your role to keep on thinking and act on these possibilities and not get scared of them. So if you need any help getting started about landing a job in IT or other, so I just wanted to share a 12-week plan guide that will help you make the transition, because it truly helped me as well. So I think Phil will link it in the description of this episode too.
So finally, what's the best way we can find out more about you and connect with you?
I think the best way you can contact me or get to know me is on LinkedIn. So it's just Mahdi Kafi. Or you can watch my videos on YouTube as well, Primal Career.
Mahdi, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. It's been great chatting with you.
Thanks to you, Phil.
Hi, Phil here again. Now, if you thought about being a guest on the show yourself, or you have somebody in mind that might be a good guest, please do let me know. You can reach me on Twitter, where I'm at PhilTechCareer, or you can find me on LinkedIn, or you can even contact me through the website, which is itcareerenergizer.com. Thanks again for listening, and have a great week.
Thanks for listening to the IT Career Energizer podcast. To find out more about building a successful career in IT, visit itcareerenergizer.com.